become an extension of you and your business in different areas?
One of the things that made developing a web business easy for me is StoresOnline became an extension of my business by being my computer support department. It became my computer consulting department. They became my design department and my computer changes department. They became a resource for me to say what's new online, what are some new opportunities I should be looking at. And because I had all of that, I had essentially a team of consultants and a team of support, all pretty much included for the most part in my package, because most of it is free, and a few different changes I needed were always minimal and extremely affordable. So so it became a very easy way to grow a business. One of the differences for myself is my friends who created websites on their own did not have the right way to do it. I have so many friends who have built a website from a web designer, and sometimes it looked pretty, but they didn't know how to convert a sale. StoresOnline showed me how to make sure I get a sale. The sites can look pretty, but you know what? I care about sales, and I care about prospects coming to my door, and I learned those answers when my friends were paying thousands and thousands of dollars per each website, and sometimes it didn't work properly. Sometimes the people they wanted to have support them didn't answer their questions, and a lot of the time they just weren't given the right advice on how to put something together. Another important aspect is control over how you're going to build your web business. And you ultimately need to be able to feel that you're secure in how you're going to take it to the next step and how many steps you want to take it. And if you want to read 3 articles and get a few sales coming in, that's your choice. If you want to develop a 7-figure business, you can do that. And that is totally possible, and I am saying that from experience, that in 1 year you can go from 0 to 7 figures in sales, and that's up to you to just read more articles to do it. But you don't need to have the previous knowledge, because it was a foreign language to me, and I'm nowhere near fluent yet, so you don't need to be an expert, and the opportunity's there.
And what's next? What's your vision moving forward?
I'm seeing... Now that I've become really comfortable with online opportunities, I see opportunities with joint ventures with various products. I love what I'm doing helping people with my favorite area, which is business development, so I just love the consulting aspect there. And now I've even figured out ways to work with some nonprofits to be able to further some of their mission while at the same time either generating revenues for them or sharing their message. So there's also a great opportunity to even take some of your websites and use them for altruistic purposes that you just find personally interesting.
Fantastic. And anything else that you would pass along to those up-and-coming online entrepreneurs?
Each time I sit down with someone now who's thinking about creating a website and they're holding themselves back, I sort of tell them the story about how I had all the reasons why I personally shouldn't do it, and decided just to take the leap because I did feel I'd have some control over it myself in both what I could learn and what I can do. And by actually taking action, I found that it, in less than a year, basically changed where a large percentage of my revenues were coming from, and that gave me a lot of freedom and flexibility. And now I see it, if you said my future, the next set of freedom and opportunity comes from just having more and more websites.
Fantastic. We appreciate you spending some time with us today, Mark. And as one of the great internet entrepreneurs, we wish you all the best moving forward.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Great. Okay.
Pull that mic off you, you're going to be a free man.
Terrific. Hope the answers weren't too long for you or too short for you.
We're very, very articulate. There you go. Hey, camera mark. EMT camera mark. Okay, so I've got it on tape. If I could have you state and spell your name for me.
James Miller, JamesMiller.
Okay, fantastic. We're ready to go.
Do you prefer Jim or James?
Jim, it's preferable.
All right.
stable business.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I missed that. My bad. For Stores Online, this is Boyd Matheson. We're talking to online entrepreneurs. Today we're joined by Jim Miller. Jim, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell us a little bit of your background?
I actually have a fairly solid retail background. I started in retail about 25 years ago with a company, and then I worked as a store manager. Then I was a district manager. Then they took me into the corporate office in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I have a lot of the merchant background. Then at some point in my life, I switched over in the technology arena and was building software and that type of thing. So actually early on in the infancy of the internet and internet retail, I was watching it, and I realized that initially it wasn't really that successful. But as time grew, the online retail firms were becoming more and more successful. So that's basically in a nutshell, where I came from.
Excellent. And tell me about your first experience with Stores Online and getting to that first free conference.
Well, that's interesting. When I was first approached by Stores Online, I was a little mailer, which normally I throw junk mail away. But something about it kind of piqued my interest. So I read about it, and I looked, and it didn't look like there were a whole lot of strings attached, or any actually. And they, gave us free gifts. So I said, well, what the heck? Let's take a look and see what they have to say. And it didn't, we went to this session, and it wasn't that long, but I became very excited with that